Hello everyone, Ryan here. So I recently purchased some pretty interesting books from my local Dollar Tree store. That's right, the Dollar Tree. I'm not exactly sure the Dollar Tree franchise or whatever, like if it's like a nationwide thing, but here where I live, I just recently started frequently shopping at the Dollar Tree. Everything is $1, and by everything I do mean everything. And I'm surprised that it seems like pretty much every time I go there, they have some pretty interesting books available there. And brand new too, not used or discarded, brand new. So yeah, I figured I'd do this. I figured I had to do a Dollar Tree book haul since I've already bought a decent amount of books from there. So I'll just go right into it. The first one is the Motel Life. Motel Life by Willie Vlautin. Of course, this also does have a movie adaptation. I did see the movie adaptation a while ago. I want to say maybe like 3 years ago. And I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. And since then I've been wanting to read the novel. I was surprised that they had a copy of it at the Dollar Tree. It was only $1. So I figured, how could I go wrong? I've already kind of started reading through it. I definitely like it. I like the writing style. I also like that each chapter includes like a little illustration. You can see essentially it's just about these two brothers who they go on the run because one of them, the youngest I believe, he accidentally runs over some kid or something, and they get rid of the body, and ever since then they go on the run, and I guess I want to say travel cross country, I believe, maybe just up and down the western portion of the country. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Next one I got is titled Spooner by Pete Dexter. I don't really know much about this one, other than it's about some guy named Spooner, Warren Spooner, and I don't know, I guess the blurbs on the back here, it's been compared to the writing style of Herman Melville. I guess it's mostly just a really complex kind of character study, ultimately. But yeah, I don't know, it seemed interesting. And I've yet to even like begin to skim through this, but hey, it was only $1. Other one I got is The Painter by Peter Heller. I like the cover because it has these like paint marks on it that are like glossy, you know, kind of like how you'd expect some acrylic paints to be glossy. Maybe I just like it because, you know, me being a artist myself, you know, I'm used to being around glossy acrylic paint. So yeah. This one, actually, I really like it. I've already started reading it. Essentially, it's about this guy named Jim Stegner, and the only thing that's known about him, or so far that I've read, is that at one point in his life he shot a man in a bar, and I guess he got away with it. He didn't kill the guy, but he did shoot him and severely injured this guy. And yeah, I guess he got away with it, and he went off somewhere. He moved out of town, and then ever since then he like started to spend his days fishing and painting. And then eventually some guy came along and liked his paintings, and I guess became like his own personal like art dealer or something. And he actually started to make a pretty good living from his paintings, from his art, from his artwork. But yeah, I don't know anything else other than that. Supposedly the same author wrote another book called The Dog Stars, and that's supposed to be like another bestseller. Yeah, I also like the writing style of this too. So let me know if you heard of this or not. Next one is The Good Luck of Right Now by Matthew Quick. Matthew Quick, of course, wrote other stuff like Silver Linings Playbook. And this one is very interesting. I've also started reading this a little bit. It's actually about this guy named Bartholomew Neal. For like most of his life, he was, maybe not most of his life, but a good portion of his life, he ends up taking care of his sick mother. And then one day his mom finally passes away, and he decides to write a letter to the actor Richard Gere, because supposedly Richard Gere was his mom's favorite actor. And not only that, but I guess during the last years of his mom's life, she started referring to him as Richard Gere, because I guess, she succumbed to some kind of dementia. And so yeah, he just takes it upon himself to write a letter to Richard Gere. And I think pretty much that's what a good portion of the story revolves around, him writing letters to Richard Gere. But at the same time, it's also his way of, I guess, getting out his own thoughts and, I guess, coping with the loss of his mother, and then also, I guess, pretty much trying to figure out what he's supposed to do with his life now that, he's old enough to move on and all that. So it does seem interesting. It's only $1. Only $1. Other one I got is The Unchangeable Spots of Leopards by Christopher Jansma. Or Jansma. Or maybe the J is silent. Hansma, or I don't know. This one seemed interesting to me because it's mostly about this guy who is like a struggling writer, struggles to make a living off his writing. And other than that, I don't really know much about it. I guess also it's, since this is the author's debut novel, this is also kind of partially autobiographical, somewhat. I don't know to what extent, but yeah. It was only $1. I got this one, Traveling Sprinkler by Nicholson Baker. This is about the story written from the perspective of a sprinkler. And no, I'm just kidding. That would be kind of cool, I think. No, it's about this guy named Paul Chowder. He's supposed to be some kind of poet, and I guess even though he becomes a widely acclaimed poet, he still has trouble, I guess, kind of like being accepted or something along those lines. And at the same time too, he also has trouble with accepting the fact that he's getting older and just like coming to terms with that. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't know, unless there's like some surprise twist in it that I'm not aware of. I don't know, it seemed interesting. And again, only $1. Other one I got is Panic in a Suitcase by Yelena Ak something. I can't pronounce that last name. But yeah, let me know if you know how to pronounce this last name. I don't know, but it seemed interesting. I believe it's about this immigrant family. As far as I know, yeah, just about this immigrant family and I guess how they deal with readjusting to living in a. They move. I'm not exactly sure which country they come from, but they moved to somewhere in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, and I guess, yeah, it's just mostly about them getting used to their new surroundings and all that. And so, which I thought was interesting because I have been wanting to read a lot more stuff that deals with, you know, the topic of immigration and not only that, but like how it affects these families. These, you know, there's people often forget. I believe people often forget that, you know, immigrants. It's not just a bunch of individuals coming from other countries, you know, fleeing their countries for many different reasons. But there's also, you know, entire families, you know, that are either forced to leave their countries or, you know, because they want to move somewhere where they know that they'll at least have a little more opportunities. And so, yeah, I feel like that's definitely an important thing to read about. I don't know. For me, I've just been I want to widen my perspective on that topic. So, yeah. Last one I got is titled "The Double" by George Pelecanos or Pelecanos. I believe this one is just kind of like your standard crime novel thing. But I have heard some interesting stuff about this author. And so, yeah, I saw this at the Dollar Tree. It was only $1, and I figured, you know, I've been wanting to read something by this author, so might as well give this a try. So, alright. So that'll do it for my Dollar Tree book haul. Let me know if any of you have heard of these titles or read them, you know, or if you can recommend similar stuff. That'd be awesome. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll probably do a lot more of these Dollar Tree book hauls because, again, honestly, every time I go there, they have a lot of really interesting stuff there, and they always get some pretty interesting books. So, yeah. That'll do it. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget till next time, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.